It's time once again for Dwight at Night, the talk show that puts a splash of late night into your Saturday morning. Tonight, Dwight welcomes Kentucky Castle, COO Christie Eckerline, and photographer extraordinaire Jeff Rogers. Plus, another random and inappropriate visit from the Lex Studios True Crime Extra Guy. Now let's give a great big welcome to the host with the most, Dwight Douglas.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Dwight at Night. I am yours truly, Dwight Alex Douglas. First of all, welcome back, folks. It's another week. Hopefully everybody's done dug out of all that ice, all that snow, and everybody's safe and happy. Now, it's time for everybody to sit back on a Saturday morning and get fat and sassy. Get you all something to eat. Listen, it's a big weekend. Yes, it is. Why is it big? Because it's the Super Bowl weekend. It's the one time of year where everybody becomes football experts. Needless to say, I've been following football since like 1994, right when I was a young squirt. And now I've got a lot of skin in the game. Now, mind you, in this year's Super Bowl, you've got the Seattle Seahawks and you've got the New England Patriots. So unless you live within those districts of either Washington or Boston, do you really care? No, you don't. But it's the community of it. We do it together. So once you get the food in you and you're sitting down and you got people around rooting for teams that you probably don't really care about, that sounds like a Salty Eagles fan is what this sounds like. But you're sitting around, but you enjoy it, right? But somebody should tell Mike Vrabel that he can win the next 6 of these Super Bowls and he still doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. I don't know why, but apparently Bill Belichick is getting the raw end of the deal. It's terrible what they did to him. One of the greatest coaches of all time. It's a travesty, a sham. It's a mockery is what it is. It's a Travis mockery. It's terrible. So we've got a wonderful show lined up for you all today. Listen, so Papa Squat, get you something to eat for breakfast, something good. Get some fruit, some papaya, bananas, something that can get your digestive systems going. That way, when you get up after watching this show, you can go make a run to the John. I'll see y'all on the other side of the break. Yep.
You might need a wardrobe stylist if you go shopping and nothing fits. Your closet overwhelmed you. No matter how much money you spend, you have nothing to wear. Fashionable measures will get you moving fashionably forward.
Welcome back, folks. It's been a long day. No, let me redo that one, because it's not a long day.
That's right. It's been a long day. I'm so glad to be back here at the Montel Williams show. I feel honored.
Extra guy. Hi. What wheels you in here today?
Huh?
What is that? Why do you have binoculars?
You know, the A.D. gave me these binoculars. I'll tell you what, with these prescription glasses, I can't see nothing.
Hey, don't look at the sun.
Oh, it don't matter. The cataracts blinds me anyways. I haven't seen for years, sonny.
Oh, see, yep. I'm worried about you, extra guy.
Don't be worried. They got me pumped up on so much Geritol. I feel great. I can't feel nothing. Well, I'm the precursor to the Crypt Keeper. I'll get there one day. I just gotta wait for my dream roll.
You mean like dream rolling?
I'll wheel into that dream one day. I'll get there. Just gotta keep rolling on.
Hot Wheels. All right, Greg Abbott.
Huh? Greg Abbott. It's real hard to hear with this cotton I put in my ears. This method acting's becoming real hard.
You really go to the 10th degree for your roles, don't you?
I thought I was going for the 12th, but I'll take 10th. Better than first.
You gotta know your angles when you've gotta work on wheels.
Hey, you hear that? That's my colostomy bag filling up. I gotta go change that real quick. You just keep on doing what you're doing. I'm gonna roll on out of here and check Crafty and see if they got my prune juice, my brand cereal. And man, it's hard to see in these glasses. I just don't know where I'm going.
Watch it. Slow down around that corner, too.
Oh, no! That's not gonna fix itself. I'm fine. That's
You need
why
a
I
new
got
agent.
wheelchair.
You need a new agent, extra man.
My mom does a hell of a job. I'll tell her you said so.
I think
I'll
she's
see
trying to
next
kill
time
you.
around. Here I go. I'll open the door myself. I don't need no help. I'm just gonna roll on now.
Everyone see, that deserves a standing ovation, people. Yep, he deserves it because he can't do it himself because he's a method actor. Only at Lex Studios. We'll be back. Welcome back, folks. I'm glad to see you. We've got a wonderful guest lined up for you. If you've ever wanted to be a princess or you wanted to be a prince, or maybe you drove by Versailles Road on your way to Versailles, and seen that beautiful castle with the high ceilings and walls, well, I've got a treat for you today because the COO of the Kentucky Castle is here with us, and I want you all to put your hands together and give a good, warm Saturday welcome to my good friend and a good friend to the studio here, Miss Christie Eckerline. Good to see you. No, the pleasure's all ours. It's so good to see you. And it's February, right? And it's Super Bowl weekend. All kinds of crazy stuff is going on. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all have got an event going on up at the castle today.
We do. It should be kicking off right about now. So
yeah. Tell us about it.
Our Galentine's Day market is this weekend, so it's today and tomorrow, from 10 to 4 today, 10 to 3 tomorrow, so there's plenty of time to still get prepped for the game.
Yes. You can get some of your treats and stuff there.
You can. So we have tons of vendors coming out, and they are going to be set up all day so that guests can shop, drink champagne, enjoy some little desserts. And we call it our Galentine's Day market because it's the perfect time to get your friends, get your family, the people that you love to be around, come out to the Kentucky Castle, do some shopping, treat yourself, and maybe even, you can set up a future appointment at our spa where you're gonna be able to get a good deal. There's lots of fun stuff going on. So all kinds of great local vendors, from PK's Gift Closet to Rayanne's Popcorn, Sugar Spell Bakery, Bliss on Brannan. It's gonna be fun.
That sounds like an all-day event for me right there.
Oh, it is.
Because I tell you what, and I want to surprise my wife with maybe a massage or something like that. Oh, she loves those, and that's so fun. And so, and as the CEO out there, there is a image and a dream that a lot of folks have about that castle, because it is really like a feature here in Kentucky for a lot of people when they drive by it, and a lot of folks don't know all the ins and outs of what they do out there. I mean, it's a venue, but it's also a place you can stay, right?
Yes. So honestly, at this point, I've really come to terms with the fact that we are a resort. So we are a boutique hotel. We have a farm-to-table restaurant. We have a spa. we have an event venue, so we do lots of events that we host ourselves, like the Galentine's Day Market. Next month, we have our bourbon market that's going to be kicking off. So if you're a bourbon person, you got to come out. It's going to be fun.
Oh my goodness, you're hitting all the right squares here. That's wonderful. And I'll also say you have a large dog. We always, here at the Dwight at Night, we have an affinity for animals. We love them, both stuffed and unstuffed. But you have a large, it's not a Saint Bernard, it's a...
She's a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Golly.
So her name is Nana Darling. And she is my dog, and she was a rescue. She is, but she's lovely. She is maybe the friendliest dog I've ever met. And her goal is just to meet and greet everybody, get petted, and she comes to work with me every day. So she's often at the castle, and she's a fixture in all of my meetings, and she makes herself known. So I might be
she won't
sitting
let
there.
you ignore her, will she?
Oh no,
See,
she will not be ignored. She's always nosing everybody's arm and putting her paw up on you to make sure that she's getting the attention she needs as well.
That's so funny. Yep. See, Aiden is wondering where we're going to get some playmates for him. And then I've got a little schnoodle that needs a friend too. So we're going to just start a doggy daycare.
Okay.
That's what we should do. That'd be a great business. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, so Christie, what's some of the stories we have never heard from that castle out there? I mean, has Rapunzel ever showed up with a twinkle in her eye and dropped her hair down one of the chutes there?
Well, actually, we frequently do have princesses at the Kentucky Castle, both literally and figuratively. So, of course we do. We are a castle. And people will often ask me, well, who's your target demographic? And the reality of it is it's very broad because we offer so many different experiences at the Kentucky Castle. But one thing that we often do are princess teas. So later this month, we have, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, Anna and Elsa from Frozen.
Yeah. With 4 girls, that's all I hear. Anna and Elsa.
They will actually be out next week.
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Exactly. They will be there next week. They will also be coming back in March. But we do these princess teas, and it's a great experience for...
Anna and Elsa is coming out to the castle?
They are.
Oh my word.
And I'm sure Rapunzel will be there later this year as well.
Ever since I did the 6-7 joke, my girls have been watching the show religiously. So now, knowing that Anna and Elsa is coming out to the castle, oh my word, my calendar's going to get booked up for me. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, you should bring them.
I'm definitely going to have to now because the cat's out the bag. They're bringing in Anna and Elsa. Oh, we got to get out there now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's our favorite movie, Frozen. And I felt like I've been frozen over these last couple of weeks.
Yes.
With all the ice and the snow. How does the castle handle that much ice and snow? I'm sure it's beautiful out there right now.
Well, it's this catch-22 because the castle itself looks absolutely beautiful, covered in snow, and all of the Kentucky countryside around us covered in snow. It's beautiful. It creates lots of logistical issues, though. So that's what we have to combat there. And honestly, we have a maintenance team that is, very dedicated to making sure that our staff and our guests are as safe as possible. But, last week when we had all that snow coming in, unfortunately, we had to close our restaurant for a couple days. We still had hotel guests, so we made sure to take care of them. But, we want everyone to be safe, both our staff and our guests. And so that's, what we always put in the forefront is if we have to close, we hate to do it.
If
but
that was a bucket list for me, it would be to get snowed in at a castle.
Right.
You know
it's
what?
not a bad thing.
That sounds like crazy fun. Like to be walking around in your robe and slippers and you turn left and look out the window and you see the castle and the lay of the land. You feel very imperial, as long as there's no outhouses, so you don't have to go out there. They've got restrooms inside and everything. So you're nice and cocooned and warm. That sounds like something I've got to do soon. Maybe when I go out there and see Anna and Elsa.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and rope you into this since I know your kids are watching the show. we have these towers you can stay in, so you can bring your children out. They can stay in a castle tower, have their own Rapunzel moment out there, go see Anna and Elsa.
You know, that would make me Dad of the Year. They would never forget that. Yeah. You heard it here, folks, people. You heard it here first. Father's Day, I get the MVP if I pull this off. That would be great.
And don't forget your wife.
Yes. Oh,
We have a wonderful spa.
That's the goal. See, we reel her in with the spa. We reel in the kids with the Anna and Elsa. And then I'm going to go out there and I'll walk around. I'll give me a little crown and everything, and I'll get me some nice soft slippers and walk around like an emperor or something.
There you go.
Cosplay. Everybody does that, don't they?
You know, we do get that from time to time at the castle.
People show up with swords and nunchucks.
Well, shockingly, we actually, in our events contract, we used to have a little clause that mentioned that you could not bring swords.
See?
And someone over the years thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so that got cut, but it actually resurfaced
I can
again
see 'em
recently
now.
with a wedding.
Showing up to the front doors with a whole garb and a big old sword, and they said, "You can't bring that in here, sir." Then they're like, "Oh, what? To heck with you!" And then they get kicked out and they can't get on the premises anymore.
I'd hate to see that happen. So it's best to just leave your swords at home.
No swords, no nunchucks, and then no weapons of any sort in your cosplay. But that's so fun. Like I said, that was the thought I had when I heard you was coming on the show today, was just all those insights that are so interesting about that castle. And a lot of folks love to get married there. And like you said, it's like a resort with all the different happenings and going on. We're going to be out there. So watch out. Dwight at Night will be stopping by the castle to go see Anna and Elsa along with the marketplace. Get out there, people. That's why we're here on Saturday morning. So I'll see you all on the other side of the break. That's so fun. Hello, folks. Ooh, we got a treat for you today. Look at here. See, if you've ever thought of being a photographer, then man, do we have a guest lined up for you today. We've got our good friend, the world-renowned photographer that is based right here in Kentucky. You've probably seen his images in books all around, from at Barnes & Noble to newscasts for landscapes. One of the most renowned photographers here in town, our good friend, Jeff Rogers, is here. Jeff, come on in.
How you doing, brother? You didn't have to dress up for me.
I'll tell you what, it's cold out there. I needed something on my shoulders.
Well, you're looking good.
Good to see you.
You as well.
I see you brought us some toys to play with.
Yeah, people
Tell me what
love-
you got us.
Well, this first one's called a Rolleiflex. It's a 2 1/4, so it shoots the 120 roll film.
Yeah.
They used to use these a lot in portraits and also in weddings. And then this little guy is a Rollie, but it's a 35 millimeter, and I just like it because it's really cool.
Yeah.
So people are really into analog nowadays, and
Yeah.
so instead of bringing a fancy digital camera, I thought I'd bring a couple from my collection.
See,
to
and you've been
show
in
you.
photography for how many years now?
Longer than you've been born. Oh, by the way, I saw your show this morning.
Yeah.
You've not heard of the Annie Lennox Eurythmics and Sweet Dreams Are Made of These.
When
you need to educate yourself.
What
man.
happened was, see, as I've been getting older, I recognize things when I hear the song, like for karaoke and stuff. Like
Yeah.
if I just read the title, I'm like, but if you play it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know Sweet Dreams Are Made of.
There you go.
Dreams. Yeah, oh yeah,
Good,
I'm a
good.
rock star, but I'm an ignorant one though. That's
Anyway,
so funny.
I enjoyed your show this morning.
thank
It was
you.
good.
Listen,
Glad to catch it.
I'm just so glad you came on because a lot of folks have a lot of dreams to get into photography and stuff. And what made you get into it?
Well, I went to school at Transy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my junior year, I was working at Clark Equipment at the forklift plant, just making money. Met another fellow from Georgetown University, and he was into photography.
Yeah.
And so I'd never taken a picture before then. I was working on an art degree at Transy, never taken
Yeah.
a photograph. So I got to talking to him, and this may not be cool or not, but anyway, I ended up trading a gun for my very first camera. I traded this fella It was a beautiful gun. I'd like to have it back, but it was a good investment.
Yeah.
So since that time, I've just been shooting targets, not anything that moves. But anyway, got interested in photography by doing that. And then, I don't know, one thing just led to another, and that was long before the internet. So all you had was books at the library or whatever to get started. So I love black and white landscape photography. So I became a disciple of Ansel Adams, you know, studying all of his work and everything. And so it's a whole different world today because it's all at your fingertips, you know, but back in the old days, not so much. So
that's so interesting because that's where you also brought some of the books full of some of the pictures. And in fact, like this one here, it's filled with a lot of your pictures with a lot of scripture and inspirational quotes and things. Is that right?
Yeah, I've done
Tell me about that.
I've done 5 coffee table books on Kentucky, and I love Kentucky. I'm Kentucky born and raised, so I love getting lost in the woods and in eastern Kentucky or wherever. And then I'd done those, and then I just thought, you know, I want to do something to help make a difference. And so just on a whim, the first book was called My Father's World. So my wife and I get to travel a lot, so I took pictures from wherever and just put encouraging scriptures in those. And then the second was called Streams in the Desert, and then this one was for people that deal with fear and anxiety. As we were talking, a lot of kids especially are really struggling with that. So I just wanted to do my little part to help bring a little bit of light and encouragement into their world, and so that's where the inspirational books came from.
I love that.
Yeah,
because everybody deals with different things like anxiety and depression and fear and stuff like that. And that's always a good message for people.
Yeah, it's part of our world. Also, something that's really cool with that is I have companies that have and nonprofits that have bought these books, and they're donated back into cancer wards and hospice wards. And so really when people are going through a really, really hard time, they're not in every room, obviously, but many, over 1,000 of these have been donated to cancer wards and hospice places.
That's such a good thing. That's such a good message. And it probably brightens their day like crazy.
Well, sure. We all need, at our lowest, you know, I had, all joking aside, I had lost my former wife, Sally, to colon cancer. And so I've spent a lot of time in those medical facilities and all of that stuff. And so a lot of my work now on the screen is at UK Hospital. They have a lot of my work, and Cardinal Hill does, and Appalachian Regional Healthcare. I'm working on 3 different installations down there right now in eastern Kentucky. So I like to have my work in healing environments. So.
That's such a good, fulfilling thing. It makes it easier to wake up in the morning, I feel like. That's wonderful. Speaking of home life, again, as we love animals around here, I hear you've got a firecracker of a dog.
Yeah, my Boy Scout. He's a Jack Russell 1-year bundle of energy, and we just had him snipped yesterday, so he's feeling a little bit rough today, but
y'all cut him off there. He's very upset with you, I'm sure. Because they have a lot of energy, don't they?
Well, you know, I've had 3 females before, and they were as sweet as they could be, and they weren't like these dogs you see on TV bouncing off the walls. And then we get this little dude. I went to go get a female, and there he was, and he chose me. And so I brought him home. And
they choose their owners, don't they?
He's a whole different critter than my female Jacks were. So he's as sweet as he could be, but yeah, he is rambunctious. So
they say once you cut them off, though, that they calm down a little bit. So you got to take them down a notch or 2.
I hope so, or 3, yes.
That's so funny. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think one of the most exciting parts of having you on was, one, to see the cameras, and they work.
Oh yeah, fully functional.
So, I thought that was really cool because we've been taking pictures of a lot of our guests as they come through. And so maybe we can use that one and roll out do they still use like the red room to get the film?
Dark room, yes.
Dark room?
Yeah, and I've had some beautiful dark rooms. Now it's all digital dark room, but yes.
Why did they have to be dark for the room?
Well, you think about it, when you're taking a picture through the lens of a camera, it exposes light onto that film. So if you just blast it out with light, kind of like the first time you saw your wife, you know, just this light, this glow came out
I remember
around her, I'm sure. So that's why you have to develop film in the dark. And then at a certain point, you can't with film, but when you're making the prints, sometimes you see that on TV. It's a certain kind of filter over the light, and it does not affect the photograph as it's being processed, as that image comes alive, which really is a magical thing to see those images come alive in a tray. So.
See, that's fun. And that's why we like, here at the studio, like cinematography, film, photography, it's that same kind of field where you get to see the magic of making a product, an image, or in this case, a show or a movie. It's part of the magic of it all.
Oh, one thing you asked me about, I'll throw this in. One of the craziest things I ever photographed was in my studio down at Dudley Square. I was doing a capability brochure for UK neurosurgery department or something like that. So they bring in a product for me to photograph, and they bring it in a pickle bucket. And I'm like, what is going on here? So they open up the pickle bucket, and it's a human brain. And so they had actually had a cross section in it, so you could actually, it was really quite fascinating. And so I had a plexiglass table, a sweep, and so fortunately they picked it up and put it exactly where they wanted it. And then I added some colored lights and stuff to kind of make it look a little more interesting, to dress it up a little, but that was pretty wild.
What does something like that smell like?
Formaldehyde.
I don't know how
I don't think it was a recent. It looked kind of gray, so I don't think it was necessarily a fresh one, although I had
like a molded brain?
Yeah, something like that. So that was kind of wild.
Oh, yeah, but the pains we go through to get the perfect shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have Q-tips and cotton swabs in my nose. I couldn't do it. My eyes be done teared up, and I'd be crying and sneezing and snotting looking at a brain. Did you get to touch it?
I didn't. I could have, but I chose not to. I come from two generations of funeral directors, so it wouldn't really freak me out. But I wasn't really that interested in getting that close to it. So, and I used to do a lot of product photography for Valvoline. So we had like these blocks of ice that are made out of acetate, but it looks like real ice. So you put like a Freon can or something in there. So I've done a lot of that product stuff to make it
look
the
good
magic, make it look like it's real, So
see, that's so fun.
The world of illusion.
That's the funnest part. And then once you're behind the camera, so then you get to construct the image that you're trying to cultivate in front of the camera. So that's fun. And then I'm so used to being in front of the camera, but being in front of the camera, you sometimes don't know what the director or the photographer sees until after the fact, so you're kind of in limbo. So you just give it your best angles and your shots, and then you look up, and you're like, how'd we do? And then you get the Coopers of the world say, yep, looks good.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, Jeff.
Most of what I post on my Facebook and Instagram is stuff from my iPhone that I walk by and I just see things that everybody sees, but you're trying to eliminate the clutter of all this other stuff and just try to selectively share what you want people. And they're like, I've never seen that before. And like, you walk by it every day for the last 10 years, So it's just being aware and selective focus. So.
My. Well, Jeff, I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us about this stuff.
My pleasure.
It really spurs a lot of interest for me getting out there to take some more photos. So if you get a chance, you swing on back and maybe we can get a new backdrop from you.
Yeah, we could work on that for sure.
Yeah.
It looks awesome, especially the Stark Tower.
You see it? Yep, Stark Tower.
Can't beat that. So.
Well, thanks for coming on, Jeff. You are the man. The one and only Jeff Rogers, folks.
Thank you.
See you all on the other side of the break. That's so good. All right, folks. You've had a wonderful week. I'll see y'all next Saturday. 10 o'clock, people. 10 o'clock in the morning on ABC. Catch you next time. Peace.